Thank you for joining us on this week's edition of BOI Weekly. I'm Olayemi Odunuga. The Bank of Industry's quest to empower Nigerians in various sectors of the economy is the reason behind the creation of the BOI Intervention Fund Scheme, which aims at empowering micro, small and medium entrepreneurs. Through those loans, many entrepreneurs have taken their businesses to greater heights as they continue to access funds from the Bank of Industry. On this week's edition of the program, we focus on 3 beneficiaries of the loans located in Calabar, the Cross River State capital. These beneficiaries are into the business of printing and baking of bread. Our team visited Cross River-based Eva Prince and Duff Bakery, where the proprietors of these businesses talked to us about the impact of the credit facility from BOI on the businesses. Welcome to the program. We begin with Eva Prince, managed by Odudu Solomon, a young entrepreneur. Eva Prince is a household name in Calabar, the Cross River State capital, and the company, which began business in 2016, maintains a rising profile to the delight of their customers. With an office strategically located at number 70 Main Avenue, Calabar South, Eva Prince takes pride in delivering quality service without stress. Here is the report.
The business of printing is no doubt a capital-intensive one, but with the aid of Bank of Industry, young entrepreneurs like Odudu Solomon are making giant strides. From a humble beginning as a staff of a printing company, Mr. Odudu Solomon, a graduate of Oyo City Polytechnic, takes our team down memory lane as he explains his adventure into the business of printing and corporate branding.
The business started some years ago, I think 2016. We also had the idea from other places. There are some other places that are operating the same business. So we invested a little money into it, and by the grace of God, the business functioned well to this extent. As you can see, this is flex printing. We're printing banner right now. As you can see, we started printing with the machine. This is flex printing machine. Okay, the business is all about printing. We print different things. This is one of them. This is banner printing. We have some other things printing inside, like production of program and production of some other printing things. Like this one is basically for printing of banners and stickers. Yeah, that's about the business.
With single-digit interest loans from the Bank of Industry, Odudu Solomon shares his experience with our team as he pays glowing tribute to the Bank of Industry for impacting his business positively.
We started with about 3 staffs in the beginning, but now we have up to 7 staffs, some certain amount of money to expand the business. So that's when we thought of getting a loan, and we thought that it was better we go to Bank of Industry for the amount of money we needed to expand the business. We passed through some processes, but it wasn't too difficult. And the Bank of Industry, they were sincere to us, and immediately we met with their requirements. They gave us the loan. As you can see, like I said, we started the business with only 1 machine. Now, with the help of the loan we got from the Bank of Industry, we have expanded the business. We have gotten some other machines, and as you can see, the business is doing well by the grace of God. We just tried on our own. Nobody told us about Bank of Industry. we saw the signpost there at Marian, and we thought it was going to be a better place to try to get a loan. The loan has really helped us because, as I said, without the business doing well, we wouldn't be able to pay our staffs. We wouldn't be able to meet up with a lot of things. But with the amount Bank of Industry gave us as the loan, we have been able to expand the business, which was the main aim. And we have also been able to employ more staffs. By the grace of God, we have added a little value to some persons that were jobless before. My advice to other young entrepreneurs is, if you know your business can't do well with the little capital you have, you can take the step we took to expand your business by going to the Bank of Industry to get a loan. Bank of Industry, BOI, EvaPrint Digital is so happy. We at EvaPrint Digital are so happy that you have helped us to expand our business. We are so grateful. That's all we can say. We say thank you and God bless you people.
Beyond his dreams of becoming a major player in the world of printing, Mr. Odudu Solomon speaks on the effects of BOI facility on his business as he applauds the bank's low interest rate, which is aimed at ensuring that young entrepreneurs remain afloat in the business world.
Welcome back. In our next report, we bring you the success story of Udbeche Linus Oga, who runs Duff Bakery in the heart of Calabar. Mr. Oga started from a humble beginning in 2017 when he was combining laundry services with the management of a barbing salon. Now he takes his destiny in his hands as he becomes an employer of labor. Also on this edition is the story of Rose Ojomo, whose transformation from being a marketer of custard powder to a manufacturer with an imposing edifice in Calabar remains captivating. Take a listen.
With the support of Bank of Industry, Duff Bakery is taking its expertise to greater heights as the company now produces quality and tasteful pastries and bread. With some years of experience and perseverance, the company has carved an eminent place for itself in Cross River states and environs, producing quality bread and confectionaries. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the company shares his story and how his partnership with the Bank of Industry began.
The business started since 2019, precisely. Let me say the month of April 2019. The staff strength then were like 4 staff. As we were progressing, we grew up to 6, 7. In the course of the business. Then after BOI stepped in, I think we started the process. It was progressive. It was very okay. There was prospect. The demands were high because the product in the market was superb. It was good. Everybody that tests the product likes the product. And the demand became so high that I was unable to meet up the demands of customer in the long run. So I now head of BOI. When I visited one of the printing press at Basi Duke, I saw the attack that is on my machines now, on some of their systems. And I was asking the MD, how far now? Have you gone at BOI with you? And I said, yes. I said, I will be interested. And I said, okay, if I'm interested now, their office is at Mariam. I can visit them and probably table my matter to them. Since I'm in production, they'll be interested. So he now said I should meet the branch manager then, Mr. Richard. which luckily we drove there. I and my wife were together that day. We drove down and we luckily met Mr. Richard. And I introduced myself. I told him all I was doing. He now picked interest and said, okay, I should, that they would like to come and see the place for themselves. I now took them to the then site. This site, the factory here now is a new site. I took them to the old site where you stopped earlier. And that we are using as a sales point now. They inspected all and they were impressed over everything. And they now said, well, that all that is required of me, if I'm able to meet up the requirement of BOI, that BOI will grant me the facility I needed. So I said, okay, that was how it all started. We now went back to the office and they gave me some of their forms to fill. That I did and returned back to them. That was where we now started the entire process. That was in the November 2019. So the process started, one or two things, go come, just like that, until about 2020, December 10th precisely. That was when I finally got the approval letter that they are ready and willing to take up the facility I requested for. And by the grace of God, here we are. Because of that approval, now I told myself, if this thing had been approved, when will I put those equipment in that small space? There will be no space. So the best option is to look for a bigger site. And that site is the factory site that we are today.
As Duff Bakery maintains its pride of place in the business world, the managing director speaks on his plans to create more employment opportunities for Nigerian youths as it continues to rely on the intervention of the Bank of Industry.
Presently, I have a staff strength of over 16 persons. That is courtesy of BOI. The expansion that came on board brought in more hands, like 10 more hands came on board because of BOI. Well, I think from so far what have happened, many are consulting me now. Many of my business associates, same persons in the industry, they are consulting me today how I did it and all that. So they are also interested, and I wish that the BOI will also come to their aid, because there's prospect in the business. If not for the timing, the COVID, the challenges we are facing at present, I think is one business that is really profitable. But the cost of material at present have really, weighed down so many things that we were doing before. But thank God that we are still moving. We are still on and hoping that things will turn around for good. You see, I'm filled with smiles. I'm short of words because these are part of the things I'd always wished for. I'd always dreamt of. I desired being an employer of labor from time. Every little things I do is to see how I can touch the life of other persons. So I keep praying and asking God for an opportunity like this to come that will cause me to do more for people, to bring more people in and put food on their table and give them opportunity also of, having a job to do. So I'm so grateful to BOI for this opportunity or privileges they have given to me to fulfill that dream. So I'm thankful to them. so much.
Another entrepreneur making waves in the city of Calabar is a former teacher, Mrs. Rose Ojomo, who runs Success Foods as the managing director and chief executive officer. Success Foods started business as a marketer of food items and other edibles in 1989 with only 2 staff. Determined to address issues of food scarcity in the state, Mrs. Ojomo transformed from being a vendor into a manufacturer of custard powder.
Today, is by the grace of God, we are doing well. In that, it wasn't really too easy. In the sense that, to start a small-scale industry involve a lot of things. Involve a lot of getting the machine for the production, getting people for the production, and managing the people. It wasn't an easy something. And by the grace of God, we struggled with it for so many years. Then, at long last, we came across the Bank of Industry. And we went there, and they came to interview us. One way or the other, they gave us the facilities, which we use. They bought some machine for us and the working capital. And since then, the business was able to spring forth. Somebody just told me that there are Bank of Industry that I should go to apply, which I did. Yes. Then after that, they came for interview like 2 or 3 times, and it wasn't quite too long. They gave me the facility. I think they came in by what they did. What the industrialist needs is some machines to do the work, because we cannot be doing everything manual. And the doing everything manual really slow down the production. Something that would have done for maybe like few hours, you can use like 3 days to do it. And by that, it was really telling on the business. We have a lot of stress and a lot of indebtedness to pay, especially when we collect things on credit. For us to process it and go to the markets, it was a problem. But when they came in, they were able to give us some machines. So the work that we were doing like for 3 days, we were just doing just few hours to do it. Then after that, we were able to collect things on credit and pay back. Then they now give us some grace, they give us some month of grace to start paying back the loan, which help us to pay other indebtedness. Then on that, we now started paying back their loans gradually.
With the intervention of the Bank of Industry, leading to expansion of Success Foods as a major manufacturer of custard powder in Calabar, Cross River State, the managing director encourages young entrepreneurs to approach the Bank of Industry as she announces her intention to seek further intervention from the bank.
Actually, what I can invite them, number one is that they should have passion for their business. They should be hardworking, because industrialization is something that is not an easy task. You have to work more or less day and night production. That's why you see some company, they run shifts. And if they can accomplish that in them, and because it's not for lazy people, then they can also go about to source for loan. And if they go to source for loan, the Bank of Industry should be the right place for them to go to. And before now, we used to hear of Bank of Industry in Lagos, in Onitsha, in the north. But it has come to our environment, which I'm not the only person being the beneficiaries. Others have done it. And I've seen people business growing. So I'm telling them to be consistent I'm telling them when they collect the money, they should put the money into the business. Because what happened to so many, I met a friend who quickly said that, you collected the money, but he was sick and he had to travel to India to take care of his sick. But I'm not praying for anybody to sick. But what meant for a business should be meant for a business. So but maybe the signal was waiting for that business. A signal was waiting for that money. And, and he used the opportunity. But I don't pray for such things. So if you actually ask God, say, God, straighten me, because these people's money, this government's money, people believe that government money can be consumed. Nobody will come to ask them. It's not like that. I remember there was a group that called NAFON. NAFON came into and gave money to the small scale industry when we were in TIC, and I was also one of the beneficiaries too. And the money was not too much, but at least we were able to use it. I use it. And if you go to TIC today, they give me a good record because I was able to pay my back. Many could not pay back because they still use it for one thing or the other. They should not divest loan money to anything. And before they collect any loan, they should think of what they want to use the money to. It should be with maturity, with all maturity. What did I want to use it for? It's not just to collect. I want to go and collect money from Bank of India. No. What do you want to use it for? Some, they use it and build house. Some, they use it to pay their children's school fees. No, it's not meant for that.
And that's it on this week's edition of BOI Weekly. Many thanks for staying with us. Don't forget, the Bank of Industry continues to provide interventions for various industries to thrive, and there is absolutely more where that is coming from. So as an entrepreneur, if you need support to grow your business, you can reach out to any of the branches of the bank closest to you, or you can log on to the website at boi.ng. You can also follow the bank on all social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Until next time, I'm Olayemi Odunuga. Thanks for watching.